Okay, everybody still comfortable? This is the last one. Our final speaker in this distinguished speaker series is a Long Beach icon. A successful Long Beach lawyer, he was elected to the State Assembly in 1962 and the State Senate in 1966, where he became the majority leader in 1969. He was elected Attorney General in 1978. He narrowly defeated LA Mayor Tom Bradley in the race for governor in 1982. In '86, Bradley sought a rematch and was defeated by a 24% margin. In all, he served the people of California for over 28 years. He formally retired from his law practice in 2000. He and his lovely wife, Gloria, are fixtures at fundraisers for almost every worthy cause in our city. His new courthouse will be open in a few months, and it's a thing of beauty. He's also a regular on Straight Talk and will appear later on the 500th episode. It is my pleasure and privilege to introduce the 35th Governor of the State of California, George Deukmejian.
Thank you all. You're very kind. Thank you. That's what, when you get to be my age, people get up and applaud, and that's very nice. I appreciate that. You know, before we see this 500th episode, I think we taped it the day after my most recent birthday, which was June 6th. Anyway, that's another story. Now, Art sort of, in his nice, gentle way, commanded that I be here tonight. But he didn't tell me this was going to be a roast. It's turned into a roast, Art, you know? They're really giving it to you pretty good. And the reason I know that is because I've been the subject of those kind of remarks, you know? This thing about the charisma transfer and all that, that's been said about me many, many times over the years. And, but it's all said, you know, with great affection and great kindness. And I think, Laura, there is a need for an audit of this 500th episode. And I know I can give you inside information that 500 episodes is not really accurate. The reason he got to 500 episodes, he took one of my episodes and reran it about 2 years. For about 2 years, it was constantly being played over and over and over and over. Am I right, Mr. Pitt?
Yes, sir.
See? There you go.
Yes, sir.
There you go. There's confirmation of it now. So, I don't know how many times it ran, but it seemed like it was going on for a couple of years, and that's when I was his most avid listener. I would watch it. I would watch the same show over and over again. Over the years, I was unfortunate to be interviewed by a number of political writers and columnists, and they usually, you know, they really want to jab it in, and they really want to make something that it might make a headline the next day and so forth. And so you have to be very, very careful what you say and how you say it and so forth. But that has never been the case with Art. Going on Art's show, it was very professional, very straightforward. But he did his research. And this was said a little bit earlier by some of the speakers. He always does his research on who he's going to be talking to and what they've been involved in and so on, and then try to get some kind of statement or opinion expressed by the guest. But he doesn't go in at all unprepared. I can assure you of that. The show is very comfortable, as it was said, and you don't get paid, you know, you don't get paid to go on the show, but you do get donuts. You do get donuts. If you're getting made up and so forth, you can get donuts and coffee and what have you. And the young lady who has been his makeup artist is here tonight. There she is over there. And she told me earlier she's been with Art for how many years?
21.
21 years. 21 years. Can you believe that? Diane? There's a challenge.
I've never seen rhythm.
That's the best line of the night. I think I'm the last speaker, and everything has been said about Art, so there's really nothing more that I can add, except that for a long time I wondered what he did for a living, because whenever I did see him, it was usually on a sidewalk in front of a coffee shop somewhere. But he always carried around with him papers, and it looked like he did something. And then I found out that he's a professor at Cal State Long Beach, and he teaches ethics. Now, what is there to teach about ethics? Think about this. You either do something that you know is right, or you do something that you know is wrong. And that is the complete textbook on ethics. But it has taken Art quite a long time to figure all that out. We've been kidding you a lot tonight, and it's all been great and good fun. And I really wish that I had been told this was going to be a roast, because I could have maybe come up with a few. But regardless of that, you have made a very unique contribution to the community. Very unique. And if you look up the word unique, where's your dictionary, Chief? Kind of a one of a kind. Anyway. And you have served that role and served it well, and you're continuing to serve it well. And I wouldn't worry too much about this 500th number. If you want to continue on, whether you're alive or dead, they can keep replaying your show. And this can go on and on. And this will save Charter Communications a lot of money. They can just play those forever. Art and I both come from the state of New York. I came from, there's a few more out in the crowd. I came from the Albany, New York area, upstate, they say over there. But I did go to law school in New York City, and I wasn't smart enough to go to Yale, but I did go to St. John's University in New York City. And Art and I sort of, share this little bond of coming from that area of the country and so forth, and having familiarity with it. And despite the fact that I didn't go to Yale, and I didn't go to Harvard, and despite the fact that I have a name that nobody can pronounce or spell, one comedian once said, you remember this comedian Pat Polson? Anybody remember him? Ran for president. He ran for president, that's right. Well, he said that my name was like the bottom line on an eye chart. And he was correct. And despite the fact that I didn't have any charisma, from the day I started to run, I was constantly criticized by political writers. He's bland, he's dull, he has no charisma, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, this went on for 28 years. And 2 terms as governor, so there you go, Art. Don't let these people, get you down with any of these charisma remarks. So anyway, I guess I better get off the stage so we can see this 500th episode. I do want to wish you the very best. I was so delighted when you got married to Diane. He was a single man in town for many years. And when he first said he was going to get married, a lot of us didn't really believe it. But he has been married, and we are very happy for both of them. And let's see, dear, how many years have we been married? Well, you're the other part of this relationship. 55? 55 years, okay. So you got a little ways to go. But from what I've heard tonight, you're gonna make it.
That's why he was governor for 2 terms.